Okay, so somebody probably has done this before, but I am a primitive girl, so I like my florals to be a little bit not so bright and new. So these are just from the Dollar Tree, which, you know, nothing's $1 anymore. I think they were $1.75. You don't even know because they don't even price them anymore, but it does not really matter. We have to pay what we have to pay. So I'm just going to have some regular old tap water and then some instant coffee. I don't know if it'll work or not. We will find out. Don't think it really matters what I stir it with. How about I stir it with these? I'm not really sure if these will stain or not, but my thought, it can't hurt to try. And then I also picked up the yellow ones. So this is something I need to do, like, so, you know, before using these stems, I need to be able to dye them and let them dry. So that is what I'm doing. I don't mind the little pieces and parts of, I mean, it is a little bit darker and I like the little grungy look it's got going on. So I'm just going to try to tap off as much as I can. I'm sure you're curious to see what the yellow will do. Well, let's stick it in here and find out. I don't know if I need to let them sit in there longer, but they look, I mean, are they dark because they're wet? Or are they dark because they're actually staining? I'm not really sure. but we'll find out tomorrow when they are dry. And then these were, I know, $3. It's a mixed array of them. So in it goes. Yes, if you guessed it, we are decorating, making home decor with fall foliage, some stems. I absolutely love how these turned out, you all. Oh my goodness. I will totally be buying more Dollar Tree and doing the coffee stain. Just, it really, I mean, I let it sit overnight, but I am super excited that it gave it that grungy vibe that I kind of like as a crafter. So let's get creating some beautiful home decor. So see why I needed grungy? I have this amazing old cigar box. I'm going to try to take the sticker off because it's the patina. This is patina. Other than dust it off for cobwebs, we are leaving it as is. So I don't want to take the top off of this. So what I want to do is make it stand up a little bit. So I'm going to lay this down. And it's very delicate. It's, you know, these are, I would think, old. So I have some popsicle sticks, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue those so that stays up. I'm going to glue them down low enough that when we put the foliage in, you won't see them. So yeah, the main thing is the beautiful outside. I know, tobacco tins, cigar boxes. We do see those a lot when you're out and about, especially if you're an auction goer like us. We see a lot of them. I'm like, I need to figure out how to create with these because a lot of times they're giving them away at the end of an auction. Okay, now we need to fill our box up. That's so cool. Anyway, so Dollar Tree floral foam. I love this stuff. I love that I prefer the squares one. We all have our own jam, so I'm going to see how many it's going to take. I don't usually glue them in. I just make it a nice tight little package because, you know, I don't know why you would have to if that fit on that side. We'll see. Hold on. That might fit. Oh, maybe. Floral foam is very forgiving. Oh yeah, we can get it to do that. That will be wonderful. It looks like I need one little square. And it cuts so easy. It cuts so easy. break so easy too, but that's okay. But see, ta-da! Then I don't have to worry about nice tight package. Now I have a Spanish moss to hide the floral foam. Because for some reason we don't want to see the green. I don't want to pack too much in there that I can't stick my stems in though. So I think the yellow is fine. So I'm just going to start cutting them off. I can cut them down, but might as well just cut them all off. Okay. Oh, I just love how they turned out. Okay, that's going to be too tall. That's okay. Work with my center point here. Figure out which flower I like it to be. I really do. I have no knowledge of flower arranging. I just do what I think looks good to my eye. Oh, guess it's your eye for design. And I know there's people that don't like fake flowers. Y'all, it's fine. Really. And then this stem, I bought all that they had at my dollar store. My Dollar Tree. I would have bought more if they would have had more. Because it actually cost efficient. There was so much in there. I mean, a bundle of mixed is wonderful. Oh, don't you just, I'm loving on it. I didn't need all those. Oh, the coffee stain just has my heart. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do that again. Okay, now I need to see. Okay, so I do have some of the, remember I bought a whole bunch. I stained a whole bunch. I can go back. My local does have this. It did not have the, where it was multiple different varieties of it. So I think I'm going to use one with some greenery so it can backfill a little bit. Oh my gosh, so quick and easy. I mean not quick and easy because you had to, let that sit overnight and dry. But wowzers, love it. Okay, I'm gonna cut off these excess. That side needs a filler, but not a flower necessarily. Then sometimes you can take what you cut off to make it so you have something to poke in there. And they are sort of wired, so you definitely can move it around. Again, I'm going to add a wire to it, off center, what I just did on the one side, offset what I'm going to do on this side. And see, we are using most all of it and some extra. Whoever said Dollar Tree, I've actually, y'all, I have really never picked up Dollar Tree florals, and I thought I was having such a hard time I wanted to fill these up with some yummies, and I was having a really hard time finding something that I liked. We all like something different, and I'm going to put it in something old. I want my florals to be a little grungy. Okay, now I have half of a lunchbox, but it's still cool. So, I mean, this is like the perfect thing to put. I don't know where's the rest of the mat lunchbox is. I'm sure it could tell a good story, but perfect. It's all black. It's got patina. It's got the little flips that are no longer there, but let's fill it up with some floral foam. Okay, Spanish moss to the rescue. I don't know if it's to rescue, but oh, that stuff. Oh. Well, I only used one batch and then one of the side ones on the cigar, so I don't see why I can't. These might be able to be a little taller, so we'll see. So let me just clip them all off. So I didn't know. Yeah, let me. That one's a little smushed inside. Oh, that'll be too long. As I said, you don't want to compact your Spanish moss so tight that you can't get your florals in there. And I'm going to make it tear down a little bit. With these, I guess, are like a mum. I don't know. Tell me what you think they are. I'm sure I am not a master gardener. I just buy things because they're pretty. So, got my little setting going on here. Like I said, I like them to kind of like make my high center point and then slope it down. And then I'm leaving most of the greenery only because that'll be a filler. But remember, I want to do, in case this is a table setting, I want to make sure that both sides are just as pretty. And it smells like coffee, so it smells wonderful if you like that scent. I know some people don't like that scent. Just tuck them in there all together. Now I'm going to take one of just the yellow sunflowers. I'm calling them sunflowers. They could be black-eyed Susans, which that name I do know, but it's all good. I feel like the black box could take more of the yellow. I do have 3 pieces left over from the cigar box. I am one that I fill them up. I do not like to skimp. Which is nice then, since I bought them at the Dollar Tree. It's not as. Oh, I don't. Some people may not like that at all, but oh my gosh, I like it. So I'll go around looking to see like if there's a piece of Spanish moss sitting out. Oh my gosh, that arrangement is just. I would totally buy this in somebody's booth. I have a piece of cheesecloth that I coffee stain dye to, so that'll match. But I do feel like, that's not. I'm not going to try to cut them off. I'll just make a mess. So I'm going to cut a piece of this and kind of give it a little bit of a ribbon. Yes, it does not like homespun fabric or drop cloth, you do have to cut it. It'll just shred. But I feel like this could take a little ribbon for a little extra. So I need to start from here first. Wrap that around. Oh, I'm not even. It'll be all right. We're just covering up those because they're really not that pretty. I think I'm going to flip these up and tighten that a little bit. There you go. Honestly, I have no idea what this is. I think the tag said toaster. Sure, I'm going to go for that, but it's rusty crusty. Oh, so got this minimum in somebody's antique booth. I want to add this in here. It is baby grass. Baby grass has a little bit of brown hue to it, so it kind of goes all year long. It's not that bright summer green, but it does go into the fall. But now I'm going to try to figure out, can I bend it enough to get it in here? I don't see why not, because I think the little toaster wires are bendable. Oh yeah, the toaster. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Why am I working so hard? Save myself some trouble, lady. They open up. I'm sure y'all were already saying it, weren't you? You're like, Yvonne, those open up. Oh my gosh. So the garage sale I went to, this was with something that I bought, and the lady goes, "That's for free." I'm like, seriously? No, charge me. She's like, no, I just want to get rid of some of my stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh. I get that. I do that at my sales. I'm like, just take it. I thought I was going to have to use a smaller candle because this wasn't going to fit in there anyway. But since this opens up, I can fit one of these. I buy these wholesale and resell them in my booth, and they're just grungy candles. Oh, you could take some of this, the foliage that I got at Hobby Lobby, luckily 40% off, and we could actually just kind of weave them in there to bring that fall. I mean, sometimes if you're like me, you add different. I don't want that part of the greenery. Different hues into the decor that you do have, just to bring it into the next season. I'm just going to set some pumpkins. I wish I could find these. I got them last year in somebody's antique booth, and I'm like, oh, I wish. Blue it is. That's okay. Then I have this little candle ring that has pip berries and some littles. So I don't why we're doing it, and you feel like it could take more, then we're going to give it some more. And deciding where we want to put it. Oh, and I've already glued it. Come on. I like that it has those extra wires. And then of course I'm going to use the little mini pumpkins, even though they're really hard to hold. This one's been 8, so we'll just make sure we glue him on that part of it. It's very fall and festive now. So I wasn't sure, like I wanted to use every bit of it up. I like the orange leaf, but the green just kind of like fades away. So I'm going to go in my stash and see if I have any leaves or not. Well, I don't have any this small, so I'm just going to cut some that I do have up to make it work, because I do like that other pop of green, or I do like that other pop of orange in here. Since I was just going to have it simple, the next thing you know, I don't have it just simple. Just keep adding to it. You know when you're done. Oh, look at that wood on this piece. Somebody actually hung it. They must have hung it like this. I guess you could. So I'm going to make a sitter. So I'm going to see if I can get those nails removed without hurting everything too. Oh, they're just little tacks. No problem. So floral foam, but I think I'd like to add this doily in here. I like these because you can cut them up and use them. There's like perfect where they've been sewn together for cut marks. Old primitive type of grungy. I don't remember now. Okay, that was the one I wanted to keep. See, just a little something. Then more of the Dollar Tree floral foam, though it fits perfectly, but as you see, it's too tall, so that's okay. Very easy to cut. Stick it in there. Give myself a guideline because I need to go a little bit shorter than what my guideline is. Yeah, like that. Oh yes, let's bring out the Spanish moss to cover. And then I think I like that. These turned out so young. I am totally going back to the Dollar Tree. And then I have these little spikes from Walmart. So I thought it would be fun to have a little interest in there. Though I don't know if I want the greenery. So I'm just going to start adding those in. Oh, that's probably my favorite one, how it's stained. There we go. So let's see how these work out. Like the, oh yeah, the little hue of those together. Oh yes. Because then we can take, some hot glue and then start sticking others here and there and fill it in. Or it might work. Some of the wires I have, it does. Okay. You just don't want somebody to tip it and then tip it all over. And yeah, I didn't have these together, and I was just guessing at Walmart that these were going to match up okay, and I think that they do. So I did decide to add some more of the doily on the other side. You know, it's just, everything's always a work in progress, you know, in process. You're like, okay, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I need height now. Big height in the middle, I think. The rubber ones don't go in as easily as when I put the wire on there, but it needed height. So I have this yummy, look at this yummy drawer. Oh my gosh, that would have been an amazing cubby back in the day. So it's a little worn here and there. It has that amazing pull on the top. Oh, amazing. So I thought, let's fill it up. I'm always watching others and getting inspired by their work. So this is inspiration. I think it's the Whimsy Bourn on Facebook. She does quick little videos. So she stacked little pumpkins. No, I think my drawer's not as big, but I have these, and then I have some bittersweet. This is just fake bittersweet. So I wasn't sure how many pumpkins I could fit in here, or like keep it. I like the fun colors of them all. So I know I need to cut this off. And then any of these little extra stems that don't have anything on. Secondhand, you know. My old house, I had dried bittersweet, so. Okay, so that one's going to be on the long side, so we'll go ahead and cut that one down off of there. But I just wanted to make sure that I had it kind of nice and tight in there, that it wasn't going to be flopping around moving. We can add this one in. But I like these pumpkin. I don't even know where I've got them. But sometimes you got to take off the stems, and sometimes it ruins it. Yeah, you got that. But to layer them up on top of each other and to sell this as a decor piece. Ooh, my glue was steaming. I might be melting. Oh, I can't stop watching the bubbles. Bubbles! So I'm going to go ahead and it's just hot glue. They're just, cheap little pumpkins, but I like the stripes of them. I thought they were fun. But that one I needed to kind of take off the stem. Very big pumpkins. Ooh. Oop, I forgot to take my stem out. Oh, that one's in there good. Oh. I like the stripes. Okay. Since my glue is running hot, I'm going to have to wait a minute. Okay, so I'm going to leave the stems. I want this one to be up front with this one a little bit. It is going to be sticking out a little. That's okay. Sometimes you got to dry fit and see where you're going. So I'm going to cut this bittersweet off. I'm going to put some hot glue. Then I think I'm going to add some of these leftover from another project's greenery in here just to kind of fill in the holes. At that same garage sale for $1, I picked up this cute little chicken feeder. I'm like, can I make this into some type of fall decor piece? I'm hoping that some of the floral foam will fit underneath there. We will find out. Okay, so I think I can cut this in half. Give myself something for stuff to stick to. These hydrangeas are from Michael's. I just love that orange. Oh my goodness. So I think cutting them short, I could fill this up. Oh yeah, okay. I can cut them a little bit shorter. And then I should be able to put some of my favorite stuff in the world. I'm lying to you. And my messiest stuff in the world. Put some of this down, the moss, or see what I can add to it. So we'll get all the hydrangeas in there and then work from there. How do people have clean workspaces? I don't know. Everything I'm using is making a mess, but at least it's not glitter. Glitter, you remember days later that you've been using it. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to start off in the middle, or where I think the middle is. Well, it filled it up. So now add texture. I have some of these. And I thought the hue, same again, they're from Michael's, would match. So let me pick some of these off and see how they fit. Oh yeah, I think I already know I'm going to like that texture. So I'll have to do a little bit of glue on these. I won't have enough. What this great centerpiece for your table, coffee table. So I'm just going to kind of just stick them in there, here and there. I like the texture and then the hues of the colors playing. I actually went to Hobby Lobby to look for the ones that I had bought on clearance last year. They were like a white and a green and a purpley hue, but I did not find them at the one I was at. I'll just, here, so you can see me put some orange ones in there. See how it just adds some fun little texture to it. Now Walmart had these, and I feel like I want to add a little bit more dimension color to it. And I know that they're made like, but just to flop them in there, I don't want to do that. We're flower arranging, so I want to be able to just clip them off. And then just add it in there. These are kind of rubbery, but maybe it's supposed to be like a succulent, I think. But trying to go with the hues that I have going on in here. And then they also had these stems, and these were like the $3.99. I think they were $1.49 or something. And then I thought, okay, we can do some little florets. I just keep layering and layering. You'll know when you're done. Flower arranging, whether it be real, dried, it's not the cheapest. But if you get stuff on sale, or you look for it all year long, and you can repurpose it or figure out how to stain the Dollar Tree ones, which I absolutely love. Yeah, and I'm loving on this using the hydrangeas as my base, and then adding all these littles in there. That way the hydrangeas take up the most space, And then all I have to do is add some of these little critters here or there. So now I have these pumpkins I thrifted, so I can't tell you where to get them, but look at that hue. The hue of the matches. I did have my little go-to ones, but it's so hard to find that size that I'm like, oh my gosh. I think I'm just going to do these. So I hope you enjoyed today's content, whether it's a secondhand find, repurposing, or buying new stock to create some beautiful fall florals. Yes, all depends on how you buy them, where you buy them, if you thrifted them, if they're on sale. That's just how it goes. But I love creating them and bringing all that color of fall. Probably because it matches my hair. I don't know. I absolutely love the fall colors. So thanks for watching. We will see you next time, and you can see what I'm up to. Bye.